Kim Porter's book that everyone's talking about, there is a lot of interesting things in that book. Not only about Diddy, but other people as well. But of course, we all know the main focus is Diddy. So here's what people have to say.
A few months ago, I would not have believed what I'm about to share with you, but now I do. Following the explosive indictment and all of the charges against Kim Porter's ex, new information has come to light. New information has come to light, and I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. As many of you know, Kim Porter is the mother of some of Diddy's children and his on-again, off-again girlfriend, alongside Cassie and I'm sure many other women. Kim Porter was also an alleged victim of Diddy's and somebody who knew many of his secrets. She died in 2018 at just 47 years old of pneumonia. Following his arrest recently, people have been calling for the authorities to open up an investigation into the death of Kim Porter. However, before she died, it is reported and said by a publisher that she gave some friends a drive featuring notes, her diary entries. And now that has been published online. If you type in Kim's Lost Words, the book will show up. You can get it online. Right now I see it's on sale for $22.49. What's interesting is the book was published on September the 6th, before Diddy's arrest. And it's taken us this long to find out about it. And there are some startling allegations in this publication, allegedly from Kim Porter herself. The diary entries paint Diddy out to be abusive, assaulting her, having affairs, cheating on her with both men and women. She even goes into details on his freak-off parties, which she took part in. Not only was Diddy physically abusive, according to this book, he was also verbally abusive, even threatening to unalive her. 2018. In the book, Kim Porter, or what we're told is her words, allege that she discovered tapes Diddy made of himself having sex with young boys he was managing, including an alleged tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went on to be a household name. One entry from this book reads, quote, "He hosted parties that were just a fancy name of freak-offs, and everyone wanted in. We not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would have never been able to do with a straight man." I don't know if I'm believing this. Okay, all right, I don't know if I'm believing it. One time it says, "I woke up and left the bedroom where I was, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with a chart-topping rapper and the woman's husband." The Porter memoir claims that Sean first assaulted her after she refused to use a strap-on on him. "I just can't stop thinking about that night. It was amazing. Can you screw me one more time, please?" Diddy said, according to the book. This could be fan fiction, but it could be real. I don't know. "I became infuriated," Porter allegedly said. "Then Sean hit me. This was the first time, but he slapped me hard. Before I could form words, he began to beg, I'm so sorry." Another incident, he allegedly pulled out a GUN. Another incident, he apparently pulled out a GUN. Allegedly, Diddy had a vault, which is where he kept these secret tapes. Okay, this is just bananas. The book's publisher claims that the friends of Kim Porter's who gave him the memoir also had copies of the alleged tapes of Diddy. And that hasn't leaked. I don't know. I'm going to say I'm not 100% on board with this alleged book. But hey, it's Diddy. We now know anything is possible. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
You mean to tell me whole time Diddy wanted Tupac and Tupac said no? You know, I always wondered why Kim decided to wear a top that had Tupac on it back in 2015 when her and the kids and Diddy went to a film festival. Especially knowing that for a lot of people, they believe that Diddy is the reason for Tupac's demise. Here's what's stated in the book. Kim said they were in an open relationship and he hosted parties that were just a fancy name of orgs and everyone wanted in. She goes on, we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Our SES life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Porter also claimed that she slept with Tupac Shakur, saying, Sean didn't mind. Well, not until he tried to get Pac to join us. Tupac wasn't interested, and Kim said things were contentious between Sean and Tupac afterward. The book even claims she once walked in on Combs saying, Pac don't leave the effing studio alive. If you're wondering what contentious means, it means like when you start to act like that person's beneath you. So Sean suddenly was not a fan of Tupac. Which, coming back to this, like I said, if that is true, like what made her wear this that day? Had they been in an argument earlier and she wore this out of spite, you know? I did notice, I couldn't find any pictures or even the videos that people were taking while all the celebrities were over there. Like, not once were they together, like side-by-side photos or, I don't know. Like, everything was really, she's just there to support. So I did just get done reading the book and my mind was like, the things that are in here? But you're right. She was not 20 when she met Diddy, so what's really going on? As far as all the other stuff, like there's enough people name dropped, I feel, to be like, I want to sue for defamation. But because it was released under this, pseudonym, fake name, maybe that's why they wouldn't be able to anyway. I don't know if some of the things in the book were meant to throw people off, and if it was Kim's, words, like, I don't like the formatting of the book. I don't like how it was all over the place. But in the end, it says that there's gonna be like a slow rollout for more. Anyway, for those wondering about the tapes that supposedly Kim found, other than like freak off stuff, specifically with men, this book, alleged, I'm gonna say everything's alleged, says it was JB, Usher, and Little Bow Wow. And allegedly, Kim and Diddy had threesomes with freaking J-Lo, with Jada Pinkett, with Will Smith, with Faith, with Jamie Foxx. Like, well, that part made it seem like it was just him and Diddy, but the conversations about Biggie's mom coming up to him during dinner, and just, I hope she never reads this book, because everyone who's named in here, I feel like at least one person should be like, this is BS, or yeah, that happened. Because now more than ever, I don't know what to think, but it is true. This thing says that she met Diddy, was with him at 20. We know that's not true. Anyway, what do the rest of you think if y'all already read it?
Okay, I didn't realize that my comments were set to friends only, so this is the one time I'm gonna apologize for that, so my bad. Let's get into it. Disclaimer reads as follows. One of Kim Porter's final wishes was for this memoir/diary to be made public. Out of protection for certain parties and their potential criminal activity, some celebrities, performers, and events have been represented with X's due to their highly explosive nature. At some point in the future, this information will be revealed to the public. Regarding Kim's sudden death and the mysterious illnesses of Al B. Sure and Jamie Foxx, evidence does exist that points to foul play and or poisoning. God bless Kim Porter and all of Sean Combs' victims, both male and female. The next page is simply table of contents, so you don't think I'm skipping shit. Chapter 1. Soon after high school, I started landing modeling jobs. I couldn't believe it. It was all happening so fast. I met my husband, father of my oldest child, and one of my oldest friends in life, Al B. Sure. It was a whirlwind romance. I was only 19 when we married, and no, it didn't work out. Al is still one of my best friends to this day. Our son Quincy is such a talented and wonderful young man. At the time, I had no idea my relationship with Al was going to introduce me to the man I would spend the better part of my adult life with. A man who I would love and cherish, but eventually fear and hate. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I will say, although I knew what was going on, I turned a blind eye many times. Here I have to tell this truth, unfortunately, because deep down I know everything that was happening, but I lied to myself a lot. He was so charming, a wolf in sheep's clothing. A devil, and I fell for it. This story must be told despite the fact it will hurt my children. I cannot hide it any longer. Sean Combs must be stopped. That's the introduction.